I can make some
And
adjustments.
welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this episode of
Yeah.
Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt DiOrio, your host, as always. We're welcome in the Beanie one, the OCD one, Gerard Barrera.
What's up, nerds? That's right, the OCD one. I was literally just explaining how satisfied I was about. I cleaned up my desk and like made room, and like it's just if my OCD is like at peace right now, but
Well, at least you said
Don't
desk,
worry.
because I mean, out of context, we were just talking about you
Shit.
getting pleasure out of
Oh my
out
lord!
of inanimate objects.
okay, that would have been weird. Yeah,
Yeah, that,
yeah.
And now all of a sudden, hold on. Now,
Ve-
now all of a
very
sudden,
good point.
fanboys just comes into mind. Just
I still never saw fanboys.
you what?
I never saw fanboys.
What the hell, dude? Really?
Yes, really.
Not bad.
You need to go watch Fanboys.
At least have you? But at least have you seen Grandma's Boy?
Yes, I have seen
Yeah. Okay.
fanboys.
Okay. Yeah. But Fanboys is good. It's a good one. Check it out when you can.
We don't hawk Trek here.
Okay.
Anyways,
Oh,
we're joined by
so
the babyface one, Theo Wolski,
What's up, y'all?
Booyah.
the man with the couch, our maitre d' services, the man, the myth, the legend, the lion's mane, Jason Validio.
How's it
Are you
going,
wearing a new
guys?
shirt, dude?
How's it going? No, I've had this
Look
shirt
at that
for a while.
mane.
I don't remember that shirt.
Nah,
Look, it's so
Sure, it's
fluffy.
It's tied up today, man. It's tied up. It's tied back.
Which shirt is that?
It's all
I don't remember
tan.
that shirt.
Patapon shirt.
Is that a?
Yeah.
Ooh, it is Patapon.
Yeah. I've
So
had
how
this for
is-
a while.
I just don't remember that shirt, but you know,
You feeling
How
all
is-
right? You sound a little under the weather, so
who
Me?
yeah, Jason.
Nah, not really. Maybe it's just like a little tiredness.
Oh,
It randomly rained today. I didn't even know that. I was so passed out. I didn't even know it rained today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
There was a little thunder and I don't know about
Ooh.
lightning, but there was quite some thunder.
Ooh.
Wow.
Here we are
between them
shaking
two.
in our boots because that's all we've been having here in Colorado for like the last like
Really?
couple weeks. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Ooh.
last night it rained really good. We don't have any rain in the forecast overnight tonight, but it's cloudy tomorrow, rain on Thursday, rain on Friday, rain on Monday. Like it
all right.
sucks because we keep having baseball games get canceled. And they keep rescheduling.
Oh,
Which is why, ladies and gentlemen, our schedule is so screwed up right now. Blame baseball because, you know, this week,
I
no
mean,
baseball
we
games.
fly off
Next
the
week-
track so much. Why do we need a schedule?
I know, right?
I know, right?
I like to be
Yeah.
consistent for our listeners that do try and join in when they can. But
Yeah.
yeah, we got a bit to talk about. I was kind of telling the guys this is our yearly episode of mourning, so to speak. Because usually at this time we are making our very last preparations for E3. And we had been doing that for 14, 15, 16,
Oh wow!
18, 19. Because guess what? Summer Game Fest is this week.
Wow,
So-
really? Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that.
So just to level set, right,
Bummer.
is for those that are newer to the podcast, we've talked about this before, but E3 is the reason we exist.
Yep.
You know, more specifically, hold on, more specifically, this game is the reason we exist.
That's right.
Disney Infinity.
That's right. R.I.P. baby. R.I.P. Bring it back.
Yeah, okay.
Bring it back. I will forever fight. Bring that back.
But it is because of Disney Infinity that we even met. Because we all wanted the cool figures for what was the start of that, which was Marvel Avengers. But it seems weird that
Let's preface that with the three of them.
you were okay.
One,
You were doing your
He
usual.
was helping.
I was
was
helping.
helping.
I was just
He was
there.
being a good
like,
friend.
I just got
in
a phone
between your
call.
sessions of
Being a good friend.
getting
He
your
was
shirt.
over in Final Fantasy.
You were,
Let's be
yeah,
honest.
Bro,
That's where he
like
was
me.
the whole time.
the first year too, I was actually enjoying the entire haul and everything. But from then on, it was just hanging out at Square Enix. But like you guys were chilling in line how many times, and I was like, I'm just gonna look around. Like,
We did what?
I think we did 3 runs.
We did 3
Yeah,
laps.
I want to say
3
3 laps
laps.
because like
Out of line and back in it again. Like, God, I'd have to
that
look.
was so great. And then we had I don't remember her name, but it was the mother from not Malcolm in the Middle. It was the other one. The
I don't know who you're talking about.
I have
what
no
is
idea
the
what you're
other,
talking
the other
about.
family TV show with the brothers.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Dang,
Let's just narrow down
no.
more shit.
Like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, their brothers.
No. It was 3 brothers, and one
the Jonas
was
Brothers.
no, but one always whenever
Hanson.
he lied, he always like looked down and whispered, I lied.
I don't know. Dude, give me an
The
idea.
Goldbergs?
bro, what the heck are you
No,
talking
but
about?
you're
Okay.
on the right track. It was around that same time.
Okay.
So
I'll have
that's
to think about it.
2014,
Okay.
just to put it into context, was the reveal of Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yep.
You had Skylanders,
Yep.
Drive
That's
Club.
when Jerry ended up seeing Josh DeMel.
Oh yeah, took a picture with him at the
At the
it was,
Skylanders booth.
Skylanders, that's right.
Yep.
It was the racing.
So anyway, so we had Drive Club,
Yep.
who is directed by Paul Raczynski, who was one of our first major gaming industry guests back in year 1. Rushy,
Yes.
I still have Drive Club installed on my PS5. You had The Order. You had Little Big Planet 3.
Damn,
You had
so cool.
you had the reboot of Killer Instinct, in which Theo got his ass kicked.
Yes.
The Witcher 3, which we're
Oh
going to talk about
yeah.
The Witcher tonight. You had Mortal Kombat X.
Oh, so did you see the
You
demo?
had just shush.
Okay.
Stop getting ahead of yourself,
Shadow,
sir.
stop
Oh
getting
my
ahead.
God.
Anyways,
Oh my god.
Shadow of Mordor.
Oh,
You actually had Arkham Knight.
oh, dope.
This is back when EA actually had a full-on booth at E3.
Yeah.
And back when also friend of ours, Meredith Molinari, was doing the hosting over on the PlayStation stage.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she was still working.
Yep. So that was 2014. So to think about it in context, that was June 9th through the 13th was that full-on trip.
Oh, and I figured out who the
and-
actress was. It was Patricia
What?
Heaton, and at that time, she was the mother on The Middle.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because that was after
Never watched that show.
that was after Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
Yep.
But she passed us. Going, I think she voiced one of the characters, and she passed us in the Infinity line and got a character, and I guess took some pictures with people. But yeah, I noticed her.
And then we went on to 2015, 16.
Yeah, we kept in
17.
touch,
Yeah, it was just one of those ones.
and then
And
it just so happened
Dude. I still have my
we
from
were in line.
15 from 2015. I still have my Tron figures because
Nice.
I'm looking at the picture right now, right? I was kind of going through back. I got Korra at E3 2015 when they released 2.0, but I still have my Assassin's Creed backpack. And I
Oh,
still
okay.
Oh
use that
yeah.
thing. Oh yeah.
Oh, dope. I give it a. I gave
Back
it
when we
some.
actually got good free
Like when
stuff.
we
Yeah,
actually
Yeah, when the
got
good
swag was
merch.
solid, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good. I think that was one of the last good solid
look at this
years.
shit.
Yeah.
This thing is still rocking. I love this thing. But yeah, it so I mean it's sad that it's gone, right? Because we talk about this all the time, but it's just the fact that, we don't have a true on convention, really, other than a little bit of PAX, but other than that, we've got nothing
Yeah.
anymore. It's all
Although
online. And
I just spoke to a coworker that regularly frequented the convention circuit, and I guess did highly recommend WonderCon is actually pretty good.
Mhm.
So something to think about, but or a recommendation out there. I will wholeheartedly endorse, Comic-Con San Diego. It's awesome. It's a lot of
If
fun.
you can ever get into it.
If you can get into it, also, yeah, that is difficult. But yeah, I would love to go check out PAX. Of course, like that one
oh, I'll be living
always
near PAX
looks
East.
so huge. Like it looks so big. Like that's an enormous one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to go see that one.
You
Well, it just
know,
keeps getting bigger.
Yeah.
well, because there's nothing out there for us anymore, right?
Mm.
But I think, but that's the thing is that we could sit back and say we saw the decline of E3 happening in real time, right? Because
Oh man, it was
EA
so apparent. Like the
EA
every
left.
time we were walking the floor.
Well, like even then, right?
Like
EA left what 15,
yeah, but year
Mm,
by
no, they
year
16?
they
we
were
we
there
kind of
for the first
dissected it.
year of
Yeah.
public,
Year by
and
year
then
we
they were
kind of
gone.
dissected it every
Yeah,
time whenever we were just like, hey, let's just walk the floor, we'll see what we see. And
it's
then
just shrinking
when
and
we really
shrinking,
like walk
and
the whole floor and we kind of see like, man, it's a little different this year. And then each
Hmm.
year it just got
uh-huh.
more barren and barren. I like remember the last year where like, dude, the back of the house was like I think they added more food courts and then just more tables and chairs for
Yeah.
people to
Hmm.
sit. It was
Um,
it got bad.
we had like what 5 minute wait for freaking Star Wars Skywalker Saga
Hmm.
at
Yeah,
Warner that one
yeah.
year. But you also saw the decline in what we got too. Like they stopped giving out swag,
Oh, that was
you
even
know?
worse like years prior. Like
Yeah.
I think like you said, I think 2015, maybe 16 were the last years we got some like
Well,
decent
we
No,
got
no, we
good
got some
stuff.
decent stuff the last couple of
We
years
got
at the end.
it was up through 18. Like
Oh
18 we got
yeah?
some
Okay.
decent stuff because that's when we got the Resident Evil shirts and stuff. Was at
Oh
18.
yeah, that's right. I still
That's
remember
when we
that too.
basically said, "Hey, we all need to get we need to create something that gets us media passes."
That's what
Right.
yeah. It was the Resident
Which,
Evil
yes,
line. Yeah.
I can wholeheartedly admit we started this thing on the most selfish of terms ever.
Just a
and-
little.
Dude,
Just a little.
the moment
And
we
here's
get
the thing
home,
is, though-
we're researching media. Like
so 19 we didn't quite make it, right? Because
Yeah.
we were too new. But we had done a lot of work over that first 6 months, and I can remember us in line because we did public passes in 19, right?
And
Because
we really
and
weren't that
we
like,
got the-
far away.
we got that
Right?
approval. We weren't that far away, and we got approval to be
Yeah.
on Pandora.
Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
right there in line. I got the email. Hey, you guys are now on Pandora. So it's one of those. We strived, and we are listed on every major platform: iHeartRadio, Pandora. But 20 hit, and I so remember, like we got the email that said we were approved for media badges in 2020, right?
Oh, dude, we were
And
so
then-
stoked.
Mhm.
And
Oh, we
then
were so stoked.
COVID decided to
Yeah.
go screw you.
Mhm.
And ever since
then-
then, it's been gone.
And
So-
then like it was kind of bittersweet, but then I think the very last
I hate
gasp of
COVID.
E3 that went digital
we got approved for
we
digital
got
for media,
approved.
but it was like really,
It was like
it was a
it was
middle.
just so bittersweet. We were just like,
Yeah.
okay, that's great.
So,
Like what do we?
but
I think
now
we looked up what media got, and it was
They got
it was
nothing.
like it was barely. Like, I think it was access to like I think behind the
oh no,
scenes.
it was. I can
Interviews
tell you because I
or
went in
something?
and did it. Like you got access to see previews
Oh, it
that they
was
didn't release to the
so
public.
dumb. Like
So
we were just so like I don't know about you guys. I felt defeated. I was just like COVID, like oh fucking COVID, man. I was so pissed because we got there. We
we
did
did,
it, and then
but now
goodbye
it's
E3.
Then it just died.
I
but
know.
yeah,
Goodbye
E3
E3.
died.
Just straight
It's
died.
retired. You know.
But
then we were
now
like, damn it.
we've
You know.
we've turned this into just being about, one, it's our weekly hangout, but two is just
Yeah.
being a distraction for everybody from life, give you guys some hopeful laughs, some,
Well,
introduce you
I
some
think-
guests and stuff. So I think
that was
we
the
evolved,
yeah. I think that
from
was
it
the
being
happy
selfish
pivot.
to,
I
you know.
think that was the happy pivot that we kind of discovered during COVID was that, it was a
Fuck it.
distraction and
we
then,
need to give people a laugh.
yeah, the more like we kind of started messaging and interacting with some of our listeners and
Mhm.
some of them joining some of the episodes
Oh,
were
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so I mean, so yeah,
and speaking of one of them,
what it is.
real quick, I want to give a shout out to a very good friend of ours who is the unofficial fifth member of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Soldier First Class is his birthday today. So happy birthday,
happy birthday,
Soldier. Sip of the glass there for you, sir.
Happy birthday, brother.
Maybe we can hook up in 2 months when I'm on my road trip back east and going through St. Louis. But yeah, so let's talk about some of these this week because it is the start of Summer Game Fest, which is
Wow.
what is ostensibly replaced
E3.
E3.
Yeah.
So let's look at this. So this is the calendar as is listed on the Summer Game Fest website. You can go to other sites like Game Informer and whatnot and see the same schedule. Jerry alluded to this earlier in the show. We'll talk about that here in a minute because we're actually going to watch the demo. I've actually got it pulled up so we can actually look at it and
dope.
see what
Okay.
Unreal is. But you had the State of Unreal, which is Unreal Fest Orlando. So they did a live stream that happened this morning. State of Play was announced late today that they're going to be doing a 40-minute State of Play tomorrow, starting at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. It is supposed to have 40 minutes of updates. And when you look at the announcement page, it looks like we're going to get more of Ghost of Yotai,
Oh, sweet.
which I cannot wait for.
Dope.
So then we have the actual Summer Game Fest show. This will be on Friday, starting at 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern. We know Jeff Keighley. He usually gets, especially for Summer Game Fest, but we know him from Game Awards too. He usually gets some pretty good releases. So we'll see, what he does have up his sleeves for both updates for games that are coming. I'm secretly hoping we get more Intergalactic, or better yet, give me some more Intergalactic
call.
during the State of Play tomorrow, right?
Good call. Yeah.
Those are the games I'm
hopefully.
waiting for. For me from PlayStation, right? We know what Nintendo's cooking. A Switch that has a film on it that you don't want to remove. But which real quick on that one, that came out because Nintendo of Europe put out say, hey, just a heads up, with the Switch 2 launch, there's a film that's coming on the Switch 2 that is like the OLED Switch. That you are not supposed to remove because it prevents the glass pieces from the screen from shattering all over the place. If you drop it, kind of keeps it kind of in place even if it cracks and stuff. So they're saying don't remove it. Um, so it's just yet another kind of one of those things that Nintendo's not really getting great press about because people just keep going, well, it's one thing after another, you know?
That just
So,
secures, I think, me, and I think
um,
you said too, Matt, that
yeah.
I'm very happy that I'm waiting. I'm gonna
I
wait and
mean,
see what like how this
I want
plays
to wait
out.
for the games, right? Because like the only thing for me, yeah, Super Mario World is great, which by the way, that video you sent us on TikTok, Theo, a certain somebody wants to throw down on blue shells and super mushrooms only.
Yeah.
Um, but
Oh
Metroid
God, that
Prime
video. Oh
Metroid
God.
Prime 4 is my only game I'm really looking forward to right now. Like out of that whole lineup, because I already own Tears, I already own, you know, um, Breath of the Wild, and I think it's something that, Jay, we talked about this back in 2020, right? When the
Hmm.
PS5 came out, and you said, "Hey, there's nothing that I don't already have or can get on PS4 that I need a PS5 for."
Mhm.
And as of right now, there is nothing on the Switch 2 that makes me want to get it right at launch, which is sad
Yeah,
to say for Nintendo, right?
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, you can wait a little bit.
yeah,
It would be fun to play the new Mario Kart. Yes, it would be fun, but
yeah.
I can wait. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I need this right
I
now.
don't have to like, especially with a
Yeah,
$500 price point right now
yeah,
for the bundle. Figure 530 if you don't get it bundled. For me, I can get myself a PS5 Astrobot bundle with a disc drive for that price. And I'd be more apt to get my kids a PlayStation for my apartment versus so that way they don't have to hog mine and I can just keep mine and my stuff there. Right. But I think for me, for State of Play, I would love to see, especially since it is Summer Game Fest that they're announcing this for, I would love to see Ghost of Yotai. I want to see more of Intergalactic. I would love to know what Sony Santa Monica is cooking up because they're working on an IP, potentially also working on God of War, the sequel that takes place,
Possibly,
um,
Hmm.
later on. I think it's Egypt is
I'm
where
kind of
they're looking
waiting.
at going.
I'm kind of the
Um,
same. I'm waiting for the same. I would just also want a little bit
and
more footage of GTA 6 if there was, maybe another like gameplay
and
footage or something.
I would love, 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 love to know if the rumors are true about a new Uncharted that's being done by the other internal PlayStation studio that usually helps out with the remakes and the remasters. Not what's it? What is it? Blue Company. Oh God, I can't remember it now.
Like Blue Crow or something.
You know what I'm talking about. They did the re-release. Anyways,
Oh, okay.
um, but I want to see what they're coming out with, but definitely give us Yotai and Intergalactic because those are the two big games they've talked about. So, and then on June 6th, though, after summer or starting right there towards the probably the tail end of Summer Game Fest, is going to be Day of Devs.
Hmm.
So it's immediately following the showcase. So if they're saying it's starting at 4, showcase is going to be about 2 hours on Friday, which isn't bad. But you'll have Game of Devs that'll go for a bit. Um,
Blue Point Games to answer your question.
Blue Point Games, thank you. But no,
Oh,
there's
nice.
another internal studio within PlayStation that helps with remasters or helps support other teams within PlayStation when they need help getting to the finish line. They'll step in, help out, and whatnot. They helped out a little bit on Uncharted 4. Anyway, so you've got June 6th, you've got Devolver Digital will be doing their presentation, starting at 5. That usually follows Day of the Devs for the most part. So Day of the Devs is probably going to be an hour-ish. And then you've got usually Devolver after that. Then the Saturday you've got Wholesome Direct, which is a bunch of games that are more on the kind of wholesome side, really like it states. Um, Women-led games is going to be returning this year, which is huge because they focus on studios and stuff and games that are for women, and I think that's huge that
Really?
women need a highlight when it comes to the gaming industry. It's something we talked about with Mary Kenny when we had her on, that women have been a major contributor to gaming for a very long time, but they don't get the credit they deserve for it. So I think having the showcase for that is fantastic. It'll be nice to see what they've got coming. Then you've got the Latin American Games Showcase, which is basically looking at Latin American indie games. So they're saying it's going to be about 50 titles plus that we're going to be seeing starting at 11 Pacific on Saturday. Then you've got the Southeast Asian Games Showcase on Saturday starting at noon. So given the schedule that we're seeing, right, from an E3 perspective, it's about every hour. So you've got Wholesome Direct will probably be from 9 to 10. You've got women's led games will probably be from 10 to 11. Latin is probably going to be 11 to 12. And you've got, Southeast Asian games, starting at noon Pacific. Green Games Showcase is starting at 1. You've got like a little bit of a break, and then you've got Frosty Games Fest. It's a showcase of the coolest upcoming and recently released games made specifically in Australia and New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then June 8th, which is what generally, and this pains me the most because the Xbox showcase is what usually kicked off E3, the week and everything. So you are going to have the Xbox showcase starting at 10 a.m. Pacific.
Sure.
And then directly after that is going to be an Outer Worlds 2 Direct. So I've heard good things about Outer Worlds. I haven't played it, but it, real good. And then usually, after the showcase, you usually had the PC gaming show, which is that's starting at noon on the 8th. The 8th evening at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern will be the game premiere of Death Stranding 2. So, so you're gonna have Hideo Kojima and the cast of the game are gonna be doing a live demonstration. Jeff Keighley's hosting it. It's gonna be at the Orpheum Theater. They're gonna live stream it directly to YouTube. So it'll be interesting to see where he's taking it.
And also, the rest of these shows you can catch them streaming on YouTube, correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then after that, you've got to
case.
finish out, on June 9th, at 9 a.m. will be the BVIG showcase, which is the Black Voices in Gaming showcase, where they basically showcase that for African American creators from around the world. So
Cool.
this is a big week. So what do you guys hope to see this week?
Well, I'm on the same boat. Intergalactic, maybe a little bit of GTA 6. Death Stranding. Well, I already have Death Stranding.
I mean, the only thing I look forward
pre-ordered,
to
so I'm
this
cool.
weekend is just seeing more Ghost of Yotei. Just because it's like,
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima is so much fun, so good. I just really want to know where it goes.
Yeah. And
like,
that's also
is
the
it-
main pre-order like you're waiting for, right?
I mean, it's the only like upcoming game I'm looking at right now, and I'm not even like 100 in. I'm like, I mean, I'm still gonna get it,
Yeah.
but it's just not like I'm buying it like at launch. I'll wait for Black Friday. My
Gotcha,
usual
gotcha.
Black Friday. I'm
It's
mark
part of the
down.
bundle. It's part of the big bundle
Just,
you get.
mark down what I need, and like, oh yeah, don't forget this game. Just look out what's Best Buy having, what's like
Watch the deals. Watch the deals. That's right.
yeah, just watching the deals go by. That's it.
Jason's over there. Once you go deals, you never go back.
No, I mean like
Yeah.
it's been a long time since I pulled full price for a game, sir. Like
Anything like out of the ordinary are you hoping to see like maybe announced?
mm,
I'm always up there for like Jack and Daxter. I always want to see a comeback from that. Or Infamous would be awesome.
Would you get
mm,
off that train?
Mm-mm.
It
So,
ain't gonna happen, sir.
Mm-mm.
yeah.
No.
so with that, let's talk a little bit about The Witcher 2.
Yeah.
Um,
Witcher 2, you mean
or
4?
Witcher 4 rather.
Okay.
So this is the demo. I mean, look, new Unreal Engine is ridiculous on what they can do with it.
And apparently this is 60 frames is right? And it's running
Yeah.
on a PS5.
Yeah, they were doing this demo on a PS5. Not even a PS5 Pro. I think it
Not
was
even a Pro.
standard
Yeah.
PS5.
Mm, the way it's jittering, I don't think it's 60. It looks like 30 to me.
I mean, it is a YouTube video upload too, so I don't know. But even then, like, I think they're literally talking about the muscles on the horse. Like,
I'm on a horse.
I mean, look at the mountains and the details. Like, they were talking about the foliage and they're going with a new technology for it and how it actually gotta love commercials
Gotta
on.
love those ads. The best part is when God, I forgot her name. What's the character's name? Yennefer.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yennefer?
No,
it's not Yennefer.
no, it's his daughter. It's
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Anyways, this is the new tech they're talking about right here.
whatever.
It's like a
Yeah, so
nanotech.
so the best is seeing the main character walking
Siri.
through Siri, thank you. Watching Siri walk through one of the villages and through all the NPCs. It's not as blocky as like
Well,
used to be in the old Witcher 3. It it's
let's talk
almost
about that.
Assassin's Creed like. It's so great.
So here it is. She's showing up in the village.
Yeah.
Now
And
keep in
watch a
mind,
lot of the NPCs because they even react to you, or like depending if you're close to them or if you bumped into them. It's so great.
yeah, I mean, case in point though, just keep in mind this is a tech demo. So what the final game is going to do could be less. And I say to temper that just because we all know of the infamous Zelda tech demo, and then we got Wind Waker. Um, which don't get me wrong, love Wind Waker, but we had
Not
a
as
more
advertised.
realistic, yeah, got a little more realistic. Zelda is what they wanted, but yeah. So
So
there's
you're
the
walking through the NPCs, like
Mhm.
like so
And
awesome.
even then, you still look at like the gravel, like you can see the individual pebbles. Like you look at the strands of hay there.
Check this out.
She bumped into them, hit
Look at the
the
kids
strand of the
reacting and
apple.
running, but not just
Yep.
that. Look at the pigs. They're running over too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this is
so dope. So dope.
this is great. I mean, I haven't played Witcher 3, so I have no
So
comparison on what to go off of. But looking at the
So don't get
game,
me wrong,
it's
those villages do get like really dynamic and like they have a lot of NPCs in 3, but all of this just like from a
yeah.
player from 3 and watching this gets you so hyped up because it's like, oh my God, it's all that quality of life stuff where it's like, oh, it makes it that much greater.
I just thought of something that because we're talking about this, right? And it makes me feel like, what Fable is going to possibly be like, which
Oh,
I'm
good
I'm
point.
hoping to see that at a game showcase, right? Is Fable.
That's
Um,
another good one that would be cool
because
to see
you
or an
look at the
update
water
on.
reflections and stuff, you look at her hair, look at individual strands, and whatnot. I mean, we're used to seeing that, but just the fact that Unreal Engine is able to render this stuff better than a lot of the game engines for a lower power output too, like on your machine. But Summer Game Fest, I really hope Microsoft, I know your show's already probably pre-taped already, but please announce that Halo is coming to the PlayStation. Just tell us that, please. Give us a
Oh,
treat on.
like officially?
Oh yeah, officially tell us
Okay,
that Halo's coming.
that would be sweet.
Um, because I will absolutely get that on my PlayStation. But
Oh,
overall,
okay.
though, you look at how good Unreal is, um, and looking at, just some of the stuff that you're flying by, you're able to see the grain of, the grains in the wood.
If you actually
You,
take the time to watch the demo, if any of you want to, the demo is as of right now is going into detail on how the NPCs have really been given a lot of leeway. Like they all have scripts, they all have like real life things that they're doing to make the world around you more dynamic and more realistic. So everything that went into it, it's so interesting
but I think
to see
what's
what's going on.
like, you look right here, right? The fish, he bumped into them, so they were actually moving.
Yeah,
Like they
yeah, yeah.
actually
All those little
normally
details.
would.
That's why it's good to like check out this demo because it's telling you so much of what the game is possibly going to do.
Hmm. And that's where I say possibly, right? Because it is a tech
Right,
demo. But
right.
if this is actually going to end up being in the game, this is pretty great stuff
Because
that
I
CD
believe
Projekt Red
they
is
were
doing.
pretty animate about mentioning that, and this is on a PS5. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like they were really trying to emulate that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still tech demo, man. Like, I really don't.
True,
Yes.
true.
Not gonna lie. Like, for me, all this really doesn't matter because I don't have like, you know, the newest technology of television, whatever the hell it may be,
Mm, the
and
monitors, yeah.
it doesn't do a lot of this justice. You know, the companies every time they show you the
Mhm.
tech demos and stuff like that, it is on the best possible settings, the best, like
Like
it's
performance and
best
graphics, yeah.
performance, best graphics, the strongest things ever, and it's not gonna be, I'm not gonna have that opportunity. I run a lot of my games on low because honestly, I really don't need that much like, oh, look at, did you see this like blade of grass just spitting in the wind?
Right.
Like I don't care. I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna walk by. I'm not gonna notice it for the life of me. There are certain games, yes, that makes a huge difference. But there are certain games where it's like, bro, like
Who cares? Like,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be running through those streets because I want to get to point A to point B. Like all the scripts that every NPC has,
Yeah.
sure. Like how often did I like get annoyed by running through Final Fantasy
Hmm.
because, like all the, oh yeah, hey, oh, did you look at that? Oh my God, there's a cactuar there. Like just running through because I
Well,
really don't give a damn. Like there's no way to turn on like, oh, I'm in adventure mode and I'm gonna walk everywhere. I have my own
So
fatigue
just
that I
real
put
quick.
myself.
So the demo, the tech demo itself was shown running on a base PS5. So I don't know if that's a old,
mm,
the original PS5 or if that's a slim, but it's the base PS5, so no PS5 Pro. And it
Hmm.
was running at 60 frames per second with ray tracing enabled.
cool. And I wasn't saying for the main character to
Hmm.
interact with all of the NPCs that have all these scripts. It's just that walking around them, if you were to like stand by these NPCs, they have these stories pre-made and to make the
Yeah.
world like that's what I mean. Not for you to interact with them and like hear
I
their
mean, the
dialogue and hear their story each and individually. No, 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 no. But
Yeah,
I
no,
was just
I
saying.
get, but that's what I got so
But yeah.
annoyed with when I was running through Final Fantasy.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Even then.
yeah, it's cool to have every so often, but I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like follow this NPC. Let's look in the daily life of our NPC right here. And I'm like, no, like,
No, but I'm just saying like I appreciate all of that eye of detail that's put into the game because that's what I appreciate in those type of games is like when you're walking through the village, you're truly feeling like, if you wanted to try and shop, someone's, catching up with the shopkeeper because they have a relationship or they're friends or, you know, that much having that dynamic like feel of the game gets me more into it. So that's what I appreciate, but that's all I was mentioning.
yeah. I mean, it's there's that give and take,
Yeah.
where, you know, yes, you do want to build the world around you. You do want to have like a lot of NPCs. If you're in a busy market, yeah, you should have to like bob and weave instead of everybody just like parting the seas when you run through,
Hmm.
I get that. That's fine. But the fact of it where it's like I need to know that like NPC number 217 has literally a mole on his left eye versus like
Right.
200 NPC 255 is going to
That's a
be
little
like, oh,
too
this
into
no,
detail.
Which,
Yeah,
but he's got a
yeah.
point though, right? That's
but like
kind of what
I
they're
don't
doing.
care about that. Like you can give me generic faces, like NPC 1 through 50, that's fine. But like everyone having their own like, oh, this is a dynamic story. Oh, you don't know what happened to this NPC, like maybe this NPC got hit in the back of the knee, like that's fine. But at the same time, like I don't need that full detail of like, oh, do you see this NPC right here? No, I don't care. I'm gonna see it for like 3 seconds and I'm gonna be bouncing out. Like not even.
Yeah.
Like how many
And
NPCs did
that's
you look
usually
at?
what they're gonna the job that they're doing. I'm just saying with that amount of detail, I appreciate it because it makes it feel that much real in the game.
Real quick, Theo, you are a bitch for running Impact Tremors, sir.
Okay.
I hate Impact Tremors. I really do.
So do a lot of people.
But I understand your
Anyways,
point. I'm just saying
but
that I'm not saying I would literally listen to the NPCs to hear those stories. I'm just saying I appreciate with all that detail, it makes it feel more dynamic and real for me as playing in the game. I appreciate that.
Like I just care about the story. I care about the mechanics of the game
So
yeah,
because the
for
mechanic and the
me, I
story
want the
is gotta
world
be.
around me to be, just as beautiful and dynamic as well, which is why like I appreciate a lot of that other like graphical and performance stuff. Um, but no, I understand. I get you.
So I mean,
You're
like,
like straight to the story,
yeah,
get it
straight,
going.
so
give me the straight meat potatoes. I don't give a damn about all the rest of it, dude.
Gotcha.
so Jason, I do have to ask you, speaking of that, how the heck is Final Fantasy 11 still going?
You know, there's okay. This can be this can be either this is a love and hate. This is a full devil's advocate for this.
Oh no.
So the reason why it's still going, honestly, is because of the fact that it is a classic RPG style. If you die, you lose experience. If
Okay.
you have to it's not a point and click kind of RPG. So
But I thought
like
FF14 was supposed to replace 11.
so it was supposed to, and it had potential too. This again, let me finish off a little bit more explanation. Like you have classes that you had to do, whatever you needed to do for. All right, cool beans. But like for example, in order to cast Fireball, there's multiple ways to do it. Like one of them, my friend never touched the mouse. Like he when he was playing Final Fantasy 11, he would never touch the mouse because you had to type out cast fireball, or like you had to type out a lot of things, which a lot of people like
Hmm.
because it brings it back to a D&D style like game, where it's like, oh, you can't just click a button like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14, how they shifted over. It
Okay.
also had it where there was a lot of moves that went tandem with each other. So if I'll use the four of us an example, if I cast Fireball, Matt, if you casted I don't know, Poison Arrow. Like I'm
Hmm.
just throwing out random names, random generic
Yeah.
names.
Mhm.
If you casted Poison Arrow after me, your shot would do more. But if you casted something else, it would do your base, but then it could start off Jerry's chain, and Jerry can cast off, like, let's say, throw
Lightning
elixir.
bolt.
Lightning
Okay.
bolt. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Throw a lightning bolt. But there's a skill chain that had to be done, and in order to do that, you had to have certain party comps. So like the dynamics of how you play was so much more better for
And I guess it also made sense of who was what, like who was a wizard, who was
yeah,
this,
yeah,
like
like because
the
even your
yeah,
tanks had certain skills where they would chain off something else. So it was the
Okay.
chain
like the
bonus.
amount and type of your party did like determine like your strategy to an
Yeah,
extent. Okay,
yeah. So like all that was just
interesting.
boom, 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 and the the monsters in the world were a little bit more like huntable rather than spawnable, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things where like like we like people have heard of like the 26-hour boss fight
Hmm.
in Final Fantasy.
Jesus.
Yeah, like literally like I don't know if it was a server, but it was a large boss fight that lasted 26 hours. You know,
At that point, do you
that's
just tap in,
Damn.
tap out? Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
tag
Those
in.
there's shifts. There's shifts. You take
Okay.
shifts. Like I
Oh
never
my
got to
God.
that point. I
That's
never got
still
to
a
that
big
point.
commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But it was
like
like,
it require there's things that require actual like you chatting with other guilds to like, hey, we need to figure out like what's like it was a way more communal effort than like other RPGs, MMORPGs, like because it required this, it required that. And
Hmm.
yeah, you're just like nonstop, you're committed to it. You're
mhm.
committed to the game and to the community more than you're committed to like, well, this game looks like
Actually
ass now.
playing or like yeah.
Yeah. Like it required some effort. It required some like, okay, like optimization to its finest. Like people don't realize how
Mhm.
much you want to optimize and you're like, oh, wait a second.
Hmm.
Like this is optimizing to its best. So
The only reason I brought it up, Jay, is because it hit in an anniversary.
yeah, I mean it's
It's
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's
like,
still going strong though too. Like
yeah.
it's not like it's I thought that they were gonna shut down the servers
Hmm.
once 14 came out, but no, there was still such a player fan base with it, that
Which I do
it's not
applaud
it's not it's not
Square
it's not
Enix.
as large,
Yeah.
but it's still going off, and then people are still playing it.
Yeah. So it is, it's still kudos to Square Enix for looking at it and going, you know what? And this is capitalistic too, by just going, hey, this is still making us a decent chunk of change. Like, let's kind of keep it going, right? For the fans and whatnot. So, um, yeah, I think that's the one thing when you look at Square Enix, they've generally speaking, and I say this generally, right? Especially when it comes to Final Fantasy, they generally listen to the fan base, and
Mhm.
try and do right by them in a lot of
No,
cases.
yeah.
Other than, when everybody wanted the cast of Final Fantasy Advent Children to play the new characters for remake, I think Square did the right decision and just keep them separate.
Yeah.
with a new cast and whatnot, which Tyler Hoechlin is going to be at Denver Fan Expo in a couple of weeks, which is going to
Hey,
be
do you know if John will be?
no, John's not going to be there,
Oh, okay.
as far as I know. But yeah, so Tyler's going to be there. I bring it up for Final Fantasy VII, but he's also there for Superman because they
Mhm.
have the live action Supermans. So
Right, that's
Tyler,
coming out this month.
Brandon Routh, Tom Welling,
I really can't wait to see
you know,
that.
I can't wait for that, and
Yeah.
I can't wait for How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
So, anyways, so besides Magic, Theo, what you been playing?
Primarily Destiny. I've actually taken a
Yep.
break from Minecraft right now, so I've been uh grinding away as best as I
Oh,
can, playing some campaign with Matt
I was gonna
for
say there's a
Final
reason you
Shape.
started playing Destiny a little bit more lately.
Well, I've been playing
nice.
Heresy when I can too, so
Yeah.
getting stuff done. Trying to see if I can get the exotic quests done while I can, and
Hmm.
yeah, that's about it.
Dope,
Watching
dope.
anything?
We're me and my parents are on season 3 of Resident Alien, with Alan
Oh,
Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk. Yes, such a good
Bro,
show.
Alan Tudyk's gonna be in Denver,
Yes, he is.
Oh, sweet.
and I keep repeating it to Matt that I'm hoping the fact that Alan Tudyk's there is that for some reason Nathan Fillion's gonna make like a surprise
That'd be so dope.
appearance or something,
Oh,
like just so I can scream like a schoolgirl because he's there. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
that'd be so awesome.
Oh, Jason?
Um, I haven't. Oh, I've just been playing Balatro, like loving that. Still on it, still having fun, getting like looking into like a lot more into it now, like diving in. Still not the greatest, still getting rocked all the time. Other than that, like just been working, sleeping, and then just playing that in between time. It just feels so good because it's such an easy game to like pick up and put down like quick.
Mhm.
Like runs last maybe like 10 minutes at that. I'm not like the greatest at it. Um, so it's just a quick run, quick run.
Hmm.
Um, Other than that, I've been trying to debate when I'm gonna sit down and actually like do other stuff. Just because I have like a lot of cleaning to do. It's summertime. Gotta get some clear out, get some free focus, free energy. Start up a couple puzzles again. I still have the one that you gave me, Matt. Um, and
Oh, nice.
all the Boris ones. So, I'm gonna relax and puzzle up pretty soon.
Ayo.
All right.
Because you still haven't cracked out those vintage ones, right?
Yeah, see, I want to do those, but like there's one that we got for Christmas as well that I need to finish and do like
So you have a queue of or a backlog of games, but also a backlog
Also
of
puzzles. Yeah.
puzzles.
yeah.
You got a lot.
I
Yeah,
mean,
as long
like
as you have the
I went
time.
to I don't know if I told you guys I went to a speed puzzling event not too long ago, about a month or so ago.
Hmm.
It was actually pretty
Hmm.
fun. I enjoyed it. Like I
But what
got
counts as speed puzzling? Like what's like a good time for let's say it was a 500 piece puzzle.
Um, so like, so we did me and one other person. We got paired up together because they had their person bail on them.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, I'm just looking for a group. Like, I just came in solo. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm just coming in solo. And they're like,
Okay.
yeah, we'll find somebody to pair you up with. Okay, cool. Um, we did ours in. It's a 500 piece puzzle, and we did ours in an hour 20, I believe.
Dope.
Okay. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it was just two of us, and I told her, I was like, my only goal is to finish, before they say, oh, it's time's up, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, hold on, I know the exact time.
So I'm kind of curious, like when you have those events and you're building one puzzle, one, does the team get to keep the puzzle? And two, how do you decide who gets to keep the puzzle?
It's
Good question.
up to me. I told them you can keep the puzzle. Like
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I'm a one and done kind of person. Some people they redo it, like multiple times. Um, Other times it's just okay, like, but for me, ours had an extra piece, which was kind of funny.
Mhm.
Like we were wondering, we are laughing. We
So you
had,
finish and you had an
Hmm.
extra piece.
yeah, like it wasn't supposed to. So
Huh.
it had a duplicate piece inside, and we are
Mm.
just laughing. And I was like, you know what? You can take the puzzle. I'll take this one piece as like a remembrance because it's pretty funny.
That's when I'd be secretly hoping that somebody was missing a piece for some reason. Granted, I would
Yeah.
imagine they're seal boxes anyways,
Oh,
Yeah.
but
there's
still,
boxes.
I
just
think
wanna
that'd be
embrace the
hilarious.
chaos.
It's just like,
So-
It happens,
yeah, I
and
have your
at the
piece,
same time,
sucker.
Yeah.
and at the same time, when you're ripping things open, like you start from literally like one of those like sling bags.
Mhm.
Open it
Yeah.
up. You gotta
Okay.
open this plastic. You gotta open the plastic inside. Like people go like
Sure.
ham and like they rip that thing like, and I'm like, bro, for example, the team of four that was the one that beat
Mhm.
us.
Mhm.
I mean, like they finished, I think, in 40 minutes.
Wow.
And
Hmm.
so they were just chilling, they were drinking, and they were relaxing. Um, and the best team of two finished, I think, in an hour 10, I believe.
Okay.
Dang.
So it was not bad. Like it was
Okay.
pretty good. But just
Okay.
I want to go to more of them, but at the same time, I'm like,
It's stressful, yo.
Nah, it's not that stressful. It's just like I gotta find time to actually go to them and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That's the hard part.
Matt,
Sure.
what about
But at
you?
least like just an hour and a half is not a huge commitment.
Yeah.
No,
Matt,
no,
what
not
have
at
you
all.
been
Yeah.
playing?
I was gonna say you go first, Jerry, because I'm gonna share being a nerd once you're done. So what have you
Oh,
been playing?
um, Doom Dark Ages. I've just been taking my time on that. That's
Hmm.
just been plain old fun. Um, I got a hankering to play Spider-Man 2, so I restarted that in the new game plus,
Hmm.
and I just need to um finish up Last of Us 2, which I'll do probably within the next week. And what have I been watching? Allison. Oh, I've been catching up on Alice in Borderland.
Bro, where are
Boy.
you at and what do you think?
Oh, it's great. I'm rewatching it just
Oh,
just to
okay,
get
okay.
ready.
Okay.
And then
Because you watched season 2 before, right?
yeah. But I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
it's been a while, so I'm rewatching just to kind of refresh and just it's been a minute. And then what else have I been watching? Oh, Altered Carbon is I've been doing a lot of rewatching. So
I had a
first
hard
season of
time with Altered Carbon. Like I
oh
had
dude,
like
first
I was so
season.
confused from the first episode.
Oh man, first season is like True Detective first season level to me. It was the
Okay.
story was so good. It was like like this dude is investigating this mystery and it's intertwined with like another case. The first
Hmm.
season was just really good. Second season really petered out and it was unfortunate.
Okay.
Yeah. But oh, and
Awful.
finally got to finish Twisted Metal, that series. It actually wasn't that bad.
Really?
So
Which
Really?
did
Dude,
it
no
did get
joke.
renewed for season 2. So
Yeah, and
yeah.
actually, like, like the way it's leading into season two. Season
Mhm.
two is the tournament. So, like, I got kind of
Hmm.
hyped. Like, dude, I'm ready to see the second
Okay.
season. It really wasn't that bad. So
Um,
I would actually suggest it, but like, check it out.
Real
But
quick.
yeah, Matt, what about you?
Theo, are you rocking VV sleeves?
Yes.
Nice.
Awesome.
Gotta throw that out there. So for me, I actually took a break from my Switch. It hasn't been touched in the last like
Oh,
week or so because I've been playing.
Why? What'd you do?
the
Is it
Animal
broken?
Crossing addiction.
Is it broken? Like
No, you
No, it's not
finished.
broken.
Like
It's on
you're
hiatus.
scratching
I
yourself too
just
hard, bro. Like,
I am back on Destiny, oddly enough. Um, and the
Oh,
reason
yeah.
um
I will be too. I'm all downloaded
so
and ready to go.
the reason I'm rocking this shirt specifically is because I've gone full on Mass Effect with it.
Oh,
So
were you able to get the Normandy ship?
so let's talk about that, shall we?
Okay.
Let's talk about some things. So I'm just gonna share really quick. We don't even go to the theater for this, but so not only so I've got the Advanced Defense Shell, which is Edie
Dope.
when she takes on the form
Robotic
and
like form.
the robotic
Yeah.
form. I have the Alliance dropship, the
Dope.
M35, which it actually has wheels, like straight up wheels on it. Um, but yeah, I am rocking the Normandy.
Bitchin'. So, are you able to get
Um,
that still right now, or
you
Yep.
are. So right now the Sparrow, the dropship, and the shell are all free. But on top of that, I actually dropped the silver, so I actually spent the money on it. I am
oh,
running
you
the
got the
Garrus
Garrus?
Vicarian
Yeah.
armor.
I finally looked at
So
that today. That
I
that
am I am
that did look
running
awesome.
I'm rocking Garrus right now.
The helmet is
So
dope. It does make it look
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So it full on looks, and because I'm an exo, so you can see like blue eyes like staring through the mask too, which makes it look really cool.
Oh, dope.
But yeah, I am rocking Garrus right now.
That's awesome.
And I'm having a lot of fun with it. The first time I tried to get back into it, it felt really overwhelming, but there's a part in it called New Light that you can go start going through, and it's kind of like a tutorial. Kind of gets you back up to speed where
Hmm.
things are at, and whatnot, kind of like the beginning of Destiny 2. So
Okay.
I've been having a lot of fun with it. Just been playing that, and then uh rewatching Smallville. So I just finished off season one.
Well,
Going back in
good old
town, baby.
Smallville.
Back when,
Nice.
Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling and Kristen Kruk all looked like kids in high school,
And still, I
Even
think
though they were in their 20s.
right?
still, and I think we're in agreement. Still, the best depiction of so far of
Oh, I think Michael
Lex
Rosenbaum's
Luthor?
Lex
best
Luthor.
Lex
Yeah, yeah.
so far.
Well, I think Nicholas Holt might give him a run for his money, or
I have a
see.
feeling about that too.
or start to. I think for me that was the one piece of casting where I was like, okay, I'm not worried about it. I'm also very
No.
interested in like what he's gonna do because
Yeah.
I think Holt
Yeah.
has the range. As
Yeah.
long as he
Mhm.
doesn't go creepy with it,
He's got
he
the
should
look.
be good. He has the look,
It looks like
but
he's
he
going
could,
Luther.
but he
He's
could
not going like
easily go
younger.
creepy, and
Yeah.
but he shouldn't. He needs to just be strong and smart.
I think
Yeah.
I think you're like probably referencing Batman v Superman with
Dude, we don't talk about Batman.
Oh
v
no, we don't talk. That he doesn't even count as a Lex Luthor. He's a piece of
okay.
shit.
Thank you. But yeah,
Don't
that
get me
was
wrong.
more of
I'm
a-
like,
a
okay,
younger-
Jesse's a
Eisenberg,
really
yeah.
good actor, right? With the particular roles,
Can be.
with
Yeah.
the right
Can
roles,
be.
he's a good actor, right?
Can be.
He was not a good. It wasn't a good fit going with the clone version of Lex Luthor for
It
Batman.
wasn't.
v
It wasn't
Superman.
clone. He literally went with the
No.
younger Lex
It's
Luthor when he
actually-
did have hair when he was a younger.
No, they went with if you look at some of the backstory and they were talking about it, it's pulling off of some of the clone twin brother Lex Luthor storyline from the comics.
Oh,
So
interesting. Okay.
yeah, so it's like, I mean, honestly, Zack Snyder didn't. I mean, he put in parts of Dark Knight Returns into Batman v Superman and whatnot. So
Well,
it's
that whole
like,
movie was a cluster, but the
yeah,
Jesse Eisenberg part was either like based on your twin theory or his younger
yeah,
self
it's
in the
he just wasn't
comics.
great
Because
altogether. It just
the direction just wasn't great. He just was. He wasn't the quintessential Lex Luthor that we were hoping for,
correct.
or they were showing like the
Yeah.
evolution because eventually he did get the bald head and he was going that way, kind of, I
Hmm.
think, but he was still acting like a masochistic, like
Hmm.
psychopath. So I mean, it
Yeah.
just isn't. It all just didn't
Hmm.
work. So
So
yeah, I
But
real
think
still,
quick,
Nicholas.
the
I think.
all-time best Lex Luthor is animated series Lex
Oh
Luthor.
well, yeah. I mean,
oof.
um,
Best Lex
I
Luthor.
just think I do
Yeah.
believe I do feel that Nicholas Holt is going to do
So real
a
quick,
good job.
um, off the splat, welcome to game night. You're catching us right at the end of the show, but you did say asking everyone what are the games you want to see at Summer Game Fest. We kind of covered this, but like for me specifically and for Jared and stuff, we're looking at, Ghost of Yotai.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
personally hoping we see Intergalactic out of the state of play.
Mhm.
Um, off the splat says, nah, Lego Luther.
Mm, okay,
No, nice
I will
take.
admit that
Okay,
I'm not familiar with Lego
nice take. I
Luthor
like
So
that's
in
funny.
I
order for
like
me
it.
to argue
Um,
against it, but
I'm,
I
I'm
appreciate
hoping
the
from an
suggestion there.
Xbox perspective that the Xbox fans get to see Fable and more of that.
Yeah,
I'm quietly hoping they announce Halo is coming to PlayStation
and
because we
I'm
already
just
know
so
Forza is, Gears is,
my
Microsoft, you
big
know,
wish is maybe a little bit more in-depth gameplay
yep,
on GTA 6 if possible, but I'm pretty much waiting for the
yeah.
same games
So
Matt just mentioned.
But
So
with that though, I do want to thank everybody for crashing game night who were here with this for the show. If you like what you heard, like what you saw, please drop us a follow here on Twitch or head on over to crashinggamenight.com. Drop us a follow on the platforms of your choice. For those that are new to the podcast, we also have a contributors and guest page on our website that shows all our past guests, including a lot of the Final Fantasy guys, some of the God of War crew. Um, but with that, with everything that's kind of going on right now in the world, especially here at home in the States, please just be excellent to each other and happy Pride Month.
hey, that's right. Happy Pride Month to everyone, and we also just to go along with our same message, we just want to do right by each other and be there for each other. Let's try and be kind. And let's try and utilize any moment we see to try and help or lend a hand or just listen and be there and be there for a friend. Let's just try to do and be better. And once again, everyone, you do you. You guys just be you, your authentic self, and you guys stay safe and be safe out there. The country and the atmosphere is still a little tense, a little crazy, but we'll get by as long as we stick with each other and watch out for each other and stay safe. To J Rock, to J Bone, that luscious mane, to you, baby.
All right, guys. Well, I always like to update how far we are. We are halfway through the year. Can you believe it already?
Hey,
It's June.
whoa,
It's crazy.
That was a very sincere whoa.
Comic Con only a month away. Oh my God,
Yeah, I mean, like we
can't
have
wait. I can't
all the
wait.
craziness that's like right around the corner. Um, Comic-Con, Fourth of
Yeah, baby.
July, Evo is for me in August, so a lot of stuff coming through the pipeline. We have all these summer game fests, summer expos, anime expo. That's a big one that everyone loves going to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, with that in mind, like it is still summer, stay hydrated. It's take your time, enjoy the summer. Don't just go crazy willy-nilly, trying to like do everything one time. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Mhm.
Take some trips out of where you're at. Go try a new taco spot that you've been looking at, you're driving by, enjoy the summer, enjoy the small things. You know, so other than that, nothing much. Enjoy yourselves and taking it down to my man, Theo Walski. Send us out like you do.
Well, like you said, enjoy yourselves. Hopefully you enjoyed watching us tonight. But until next time, TTFN, ta-ta for now. Good night, everybody.
See ya.